So we're recording. Hello, everybody. I'm Frederick Harmon from HW Elites, and we have Brandon here with us today.
What's going on, everybody?
Some great training for y'all. And I'm gonna just go ahead and let Brandon go ahead and introduce yourself.
Brandon, Mr. Hemp de la Creme. I'm the team leader of Hemp de la Creme. And Brandon D. Stocker, that's me.
All right. So basically what's happening, y'all, is we're coming together. Me and Brandon are coming together because we understand that, you know, after training, we want for people to come into this video and understand what to do next and how to do it to show a result to get distributors in your business and customers, okay? So the things that you will see on this video will help you understand what actions you need to be taking while you're on Facebook to help grow your business. So I'm going to be showing a lot of my way. Brandon is going to be showing a lot of his way. And you want to really pay attention to what you are really about to see, because like I said, it's going to help a lot of people get to where they want to go. Now, me and Brandon kind of has a backstory on how we met and how we got to this point, right? And I'm kind of going to let Brandon pick up on a little bit of how we met and just the results that he's getting in his business for just following these simple steps, right? To help everyone grow their business, because what we all need to focus on, y'all, as leaders and as people that's coming into this business, duplication, okay, is a must. Without it, it's going to be hard for the average person, right? So understanding and implementing these methods on a daily basis, even if it's one or every other day, but doing the methods, right, will give you results. But you have to be consistent, okay? Coachable, disciplined enough to really follow the leaders on what we're about to show y'all, because it really can change your business like that, okay? And I'm gonna show everyone what I'm saying. So I'm gonna walk everyone through step by step on what I'm doing in a 24-hour period of time to inquire people coming in my business, the funnel, right? To get the information. It's all about putting the information in front of people. If we're not doing that, we're out of business.
In front of the right people.
Nothing else matters. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it over to Brandon. He could tell you a little bit about how we met, you know, how things transpired and how we got to this point. So I'm gonna give it over to you.
All right, everyone. What's going on? Once again, this is Brandon. Me and Fred. All right. So let's go back before we actually met. I've been in network marketing, I say 2.5, 3 years now. And I came across an opportunity with HempWorks through a person who was actually in the company that I was with before. So the travel company is what I was doing before. So in the process of me signing up with this person, I realized that I really didn't want to be connected to them because they were not delivering or giving me new information to help me expand my business. So from there, when I first signed up, they put me in a couple of groups, a couple of their team groups. So from there, I don't know what Fred saw in me, but he reached out. I have no idea what he saw, but from that day, it's just been, my mama likes to say, divine connections. So from that day, it's just been a blessing, a true blessing, because I didn't have the information that I have now, so I wouldn't be nowhere near where I am now if it wasn't for meeting Fred. So all of the success that I have now, I owe it to Fred, listening, implementing, and just doing exactly what he's doing and getting the same results. So like he said before, in this video, we're going to give you exactly what we're doing, explain how we're doing it, and kind of give you a backstory on how to do these things, so it's easier for everyone to get the information, and we're not always having to constantly tell the new people. It'll be like an automated type of thing. So y'all stay tuned. We have some good information for y'all, and I'm gonna give it back to Fred.
Appreciate it, man. So, and I want y'all to understand one thing, catch one important thing from that conversation. Me and him comes from two different teams, right? So the information is, it's basically something that's universal, to where that you can use this method, strategy in any business, right? As long as you have the proper system in place to help you drive the traffic. Okay, so I'm going to put that disclaimer out there, because I know this video is going to be up on YouTube. We're going to put it in different places or whatever, to where as though other people from different businesses will come across this video. So I want for people to understand that you need a proper system to drive this traffic through. And remind you, this is all free traffic. Okay, this is not paid traffic on what you are about to see. A paid traffic video will be in the future. Me and Brendan will come back and do something along the lines of paid traffic. But this is for everyone that don't have a budget for advertisement for their business. Because we have to remember, any business owner, if we're in business, you need what? An audience. You need someone to put the business in front of, and not your friends and family, right? So that's what you are about to witness. Get some drink, whatever you need to do. Sit back, get your notepad, get ready to take some notes, because this and what you are about to see is highly beneficial to everyone in their business, right? Because duplication is important. So me, keep this very simple. I keep this so simple that if you take and make the actions, you're going to show a result, okay? It may not be the first time, the second time. You have to keep doing it. That's where your consistency come in. You have to be disciplined enough to get up, every day, tell yourself, I'm great, I'm going to make this work, and do the certain actions to make it work. Most people, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, most people, and what I tell people, they charge people for this information. And I'm keeping it, it gets no more simpler than this. Yeah. So step back, relax, watch. I'm gonna share my screen first, and then I'm gonna give it back to Brandon. He's gonna start sharing some things, and then we're gonna wrap it up and we're gonna be done. So I'm gonna get the okay from Brandon to make sure my screen is shared.
Yep, I got you.
You can see?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
so going to Facebook. Okay, so we're in my Facebook account. So before I show anybody anything, right, I want for people to understand that I do this on a daily basis, okay? And for me, it shows a crazy result, okay? A crazy result, to the point that I wake up to pre-enrollees and sometimes sales coming into my business, okay? But you must be consistent. I can't stress this enough. Without it, this method, this form of marketing will not work, okay? And I want for people to be mindful that you want to be creative. So the groups that I will show you, you can add some of them or whatever, you're free to do whatever, but you want to find different groups where people aren't really migrating to where, as though when you put up your advertisement, people are jumping on it like wildfire. So let me just give y'all an idea. So this is my Facebook page. And before I get into anything, I want to point some things out to y'all. So when a person gets to my page, the first thing they're going to see is this bio, right? So they automatically know that I'm doing something, right? They like, oh, you're in the legal cannabis industry. I wonder, what is he doing? So that's important, right? I'm gonna start with the page real quick. This stuff, you want to have this stuff set up just like this. So when the newer people are coming and being nosy and wanting to get on your page, and they start to stroll down, give them something good to look at, right? And you get to my friends or whatever. So look, y'all, and I'm just going to touch on this real quick. I'm not going to hammer on this that much because this is more about just the strategy on, groups and really mastering it. And so you can, bring in some traffic. But with your timeline, y'all, this stuff is so important. Look, when people are commenting and all that, you want to be commenting back, especially if you're new, right? Like, whole conversations with people. Facebook loves that, right? And then this is another thing that I've mastered. When I go to post, if you notice one thing, all my letters and my words are big. That's on purpose. What it does is Facebook, right, shows my post to more people because what? I'm not taking up that much room in the timeline, right? Like that's what it comes down to. So anytime you're doing a post, the shorter the post can be, the better off your engagement is going to be. The longer the post, let me show you. So this one is a longer post. Look at this. Look at the numbers. Look at how dramatically they drop because the post has way more words than a post that don't. So try to put your message out there, but keep it short and simple. And people actually read this shorter message versus this. People are in a rush, y'all. Remember, we're on Facebook. So it's all about capturing people's what? Attention. Attention. And I'm gonna kind of just stroll down a little bit, y'all, so y'all can get a great idea on the things that you should be posting and saying. Because this stuff is important. It's a business. And if you're not putting yourself out there, who knows? Who knows? Look at this, y'all. I can't make none of this stuff up because what I'm about to show you, you could do it on your timeline as well, and you're going to want to do it on your timeline. Now, the only difference between on your timeline is that you don't want to do it a lot. You don't want to do it all the time, right? You want to stretch it out. My dog keep barking. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, hold up. Matter of fact. So, and I'll pop into that in a little bit. So, but let's go back to, the main thing of the training, right? Because I need for everyone to understand that this stuff is important. So the first thing that I come to do when I wake up in the morning or late at night, let me show you what I'm doing. So first off, let me go into groups. Now for me, I'm connected to a lot of groups, okay, y'all? Now this is on purpose and you want to pay attention to this. I'm connected to over 260 groups on Facebook. And it can be endless. And every day, you still want to be finding new groups. So for me, this is something else that I'm doing too, right? I'm finding new groups because I'm at the point where I have a lot of groups. So you want to be at least getting into 5 to 10 new groups a day because these groups are where people are migrating. Business owner, entrepreneur, startups types groups, right? Anything advertise your business, home-based business opportunities, right? Get creative, multi-level marketing in South Africa. Look, so anytime I want to tap into a different traffic source, right? I'll come into these groups. Look at the numbers, 17K members, 17,000 people that already understands marketing is setting in these groups, y'all. This stuff is powerful because I'm going to show you something in a few seconds, but I just want to give y'all an idea of these groups that I'm a part of. And I mean, it's endless. Look, I just pick a couple groups, right? And some groups is not allowed to do certain things. So pay attention to the rules in the group. That's another important thing. Some of these groups, you got to pay attention. Look, 118,000 people in one place. Okay, this is how I'm showing a result basically every day. Brandon, basically every day. Other people that's on our teams, showing a result every single day. So be mindful of this. Just look at the name of these groups. I'm giving y'all all my information. I'm giving y'all everything. Look
And
at the
Fred,
name.
let me step in real quick. Don't just go after groups who deal solely in network marketing, business owners, stuff like that. We need to start plugging into these groups that are like cancer survivors, lupus,
Mhm.
all of these different diseases that people are having issues with that we can actually help with our products.
Mhm.
So kind of start targeting them as well.
Absolutely. And that's for the customer side of things.
Yeah.
So when you're going inside of groups like that, right? And I'm gonna let Brandon touch more on that side, right? Because obviously, he's doing it right. But
Yeah.
when you're going inside those type of groups, you don't want to be posting in those type of groups like that, right? You want to basically be more like a ninja in those groups and pick people out the group that you think you can potentially help, right? That's what it comes down to. So for me, if I'm going into a group of, let's just say anxiety, right? I know not to post my product and service in there because you will get kicked out, right? But if you go inside the group and people are in the comments, they're complaining about different things that they're going through. Think about it. You could potentially help that person. Now, be mindful that you want to be building a relationship with these people, right? Especially on the customer side of things. It's not on the customer side. It's not that fast the way what I'm showing people, right? This is more of the distributor going after the business owner to see if they're open to come do business with you because they already understand business, they understand opportunity, timing. You get the point.
Hmm.
So, but I'm going to focus in on that side. When Brandon does his side of screen sharing and stuff, he can focus in on that, and then we'll bring it all together. So let me continue though, y'all. So you got to see my groups. So that's the first thing that I do. I go into my groups. I got hundreds, right? So let me just give y'all an idea of what this stuff looks like. So when I'm in the group, right, like this one, this is network marketing, right? I mean, I got so many. I keep this message just like this in all groups. Now, the thing to this is you always want to use a backdrop picture of the colors things that Facebook already got, right? And that's simple. It always pop up when you're about to start writing. Pick a nice one that will catch people's eyes. I do notice bright colors, orange, red, yellow, it catches people's attention. So be mindful of that. So that orange is on purpose. And I always keep the caption the same. I never write anything above the caption either, okay? Because you don't need to. You don't need people are busy. They're not sitting there indulging into your caption above. What they're doing is they're scrolling fast. So remember, it's all about attention. Quickly. Anyone interested in the cannabis industry, work from home opportunity, paid weekly or monthly. The emojis catches them. So you want to keep that message just like that. And I'm gonna put this in the groups. If copy paste, simple as that, right? And I do this in 5 different groups at a time. I don't go above that because these groups have a lot of people in them. So eventually, some of these messages start to pop. And I'm about to show you the result of posting something like this in a group like this, right? And this one, like I said, is network marketing. So boom. And this is not even crazy. Last week, I mean, I'm doing numbers of hundreds of comments, hundreds of likes in certain groups. But this is just to give you an example. So people will come. Here we go. He said, yes, right? I'm saying, okay. So, and this is another thing I need for y'all to pay attention to. Some people, and then this is the kicker. Some people, I'll just drop my link right on them because I understand that some of these people aren't going to follow the other direction that I give people when I say, hey, you see, this is the other one. See, I didn't drop my link on this one, right? Oh, let me go back. Well, let me go back. So I didn't drop my link on that person. I was just like, basically, inbox me, please, thank you. And now I'm doing that on purpose. Some of these conversations I want to take privately. So if a person don't really got like a profile picture or anything, and when I go to their profile, I see that they're not really that active, I'm just dropping my link. And I'll say something just like this. Take the free tour of the business. Make sure you watch all the videos and get back to me once you're done. Thank you. Okay. And I'm putting my link, my capture page below it, basically. And I'm copy and pasting this every time someone says that, right? Now, let me tell you what happens. People, they click the link. And not just that person's going to click the link. A lot more people is going to click the link, and I'm going to show you. But these all, look at this. All these people, how? How much the investment? I'm telling people right here, boom. It's free to become an affiliate until May 1st. After that, $77, right? Because you want to be transparent with people. You don't want to hide nothing. You don't want to seem like you're manipulating. Like, none of that. Give people the facts. Give them what they're asking for, right? Look, how? So this is all I do all day, y'all. I'm in these groups. It's all about audience, attraction, marketing. That's what this is. I never said the company. I never said nothing. Think about it. I didn't say much, but it's getting my information to them. All I care about is getting my information to them, right? So let's go into another group. I mean, because it's endless. Look at this. Look at this. This is another one. This is right. Look. It's a whole new backdrop. Look how. And then you'll get some people, they want to spam. Let them spam. That's because every time somebody comments on one of these posts, right, it takes it back to the timeline of that group's. So as the other people are funneling into the group, they actually get to see your post. Look, this is a whole nother one. It got the same backdrop, because sometimes, depending on when I'm doing my 5, I'll do a different backdrop to try to keep track of when I put that up. But you got the date and all that up there too. But look, 30 likes. People, yes, info. Look at it. And then you get, like I said, you get the spammers, but that's cool because you want them to keep your post at the top because you'll still get people at the bottom. Look, yes, interested, info. Look, I didn't even answer that person back. Look, it gets crazy. So this is all I'm doing every single day, because what it does is it brings people back to this. So now let me show y'all this too, because this is important. So I'm gonna show y'all my inbox real quick. So it gets crazy. It gets a little crazy. So let me look at this. So now let me show y'all this. So your inbox. Anytime you're telling people to inbox you, right? A lot of those people are not going to just pop up in your regular inbox. They're going to pop up here, new message requests, and they're going to go into your spam. So you actually have 3 inboxes. You have the one, you have your regular one, you have this one that you may know, and then you have spam. So people are going to normally pop up in here. Look, tell me more about the cannabis business. I'm interested in the cannabis industry. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. All day, I'm interested. I don't even answer some of these people. Endless traffic, okay? And a lot of the times, because people want to know, what are you saying to people? So I'm gonna keep it simple. I'll say hello with their name, whatever their name is. Look, they just like, how? So if they're in a rush like that, I'm just dropping it right on them in the inbox. And then I'll put a little message at the bottom. And I'll say something like, hey, I would love to get on the phone with you. If you're serious about the business, watch the videos on the other side of the website and get back to me. I let them know, hey, this is a really big business. Sometimes I send out pictures of the magazine that we're in because we have documentation. Utilize the documentation that the company already has, and it helps you convert quickly. Okay, so I ain't gonna go too much in my inbox, but because a lot of people be like, what are you saying in the inbox? That's how short my conversation is. I mean, that's not, I'm sorry. And then, I'll wait for people. So, and then some of these people will start answering eventually. People are not just sitting on Facebook, right? Like me, I'm sitting here because I know, right? So all these people eventually are going to start answering me because they already requested for information. And these are the people that I'm basically telling, hey, inbox me. instead of dropping my link on them in the actual post, right? So be mindful of that. So I'm gonna show y'all again so you can get a great understanding, because this is all I'm doing. 1, 2, 3 step process. And who the serious people are going to show themselves. They're gonna take in the information. They're gonna want to probably 9 times out of 10 get on the phone with you, right? Or whatever. Some people don't need to get on the phone. I've gotten people that just come right in the business. Like, but some people are going to want to get on the phone. Get on the phone. Show people who you are, right? Show them that you are a real person, right? Like, this is all that I'm saying, y'all, and doing. It's really that simple. But you must be consistent. Now, let me just show y'all what it, so I'm still screen sharing, correct? Still good?
Yeah, you still going.
Let me just show y'all my emails real quick. I ain't gonna go too far down because it's I mean, look, they just come in all day. Cause I want to show y'all the proof, right? Like all day. Back to back. Look at that. 404, 415, 218. They just come in. I ain't gonna, show y'all too much, but you get the idea. So let me come back to my.
You back.
So I'm back.
Yeah.
So look, y'all, like, I'm giving y'all that visual because it's really that simple. People are complicating things, and you don't need to. And what I'm showing y'all and what I'm telling y'all is things that I've been saying for months. It's just that you're not implementing it and being consistent with implementing it. You have to be consistent, because if not, it may not work your first 2, 3, 4, 5. It may not work the first couple of times. If you're not a part of the right organization or group, right, that you're adding or joining, and they don't have the right people setting in there, yeah, it may not work. But once you do get 200, 300 groups, your odds increase. It's all about numbers to me. Like, it might sound crazy, but it comes down to numbers, y'all. How many people can you put yourself and your business in front of on a daily basis? That's what it comes down to. And if you're only doing 1 or 2, they ain't enough. Hopefully, okay, put it like this. If it is 1 or 2, hopefully those 1 or 2 are serious people, and most likely they're not. I'm just being honest. So for me, I'm driving, obviously, a lot of people quickly every single day. And eventually what happens is the autoresponder kicks in with our system, and it starts to respond to them without you even knowing. Like it's you, because that's what an autoresponder does. So driving people through the system is so important, y'all. It's so, so important. So I'm going to let Brandon go ahead and do his thing. Brandon, you got anything to say before we get started, though? On you?
No. With me, I would say this. With me, I'm more of going into groups and pulling people out. That's more of. I mean, I put a post about the business in there, but I'm more of a. My process is it takes a little bit more time, because I actually want to initiate that relationship,
Right.
nurture that relationship from the jump.
Right.
So I get them on my page, and based on the things that I'm saying on a daily basis, they interact with me. I interact back with them, and eventually they'll ask me, so what do you have going on? So for me, it's more of what I'm saying to the people that I'm pulling to my page, than putting something out there and letting them come to me that way. So with that being said, I just want to show a little bit of what I do on a daily basis.
Gotcha. Basically, what he's saying, he's doing more relationship building up front, and that is so important too. And if you notice, I'm doing it as well, but only with certain people.
Yeah.
Right? I'm kind of sorting. I've been doing this for so long that I'm quick. I know how to sort really quickly. I'm going onto these people pages and everything. I just didn't show y'all all that, but I'm going onto these people pages. I'm zooming in on them, I'm like, okay, this person may not, and I'm not judging anyone, right? But I have an idea, right?
you get a
So
certain feel.
depending on the
Yeah.
person, because this is the thing, you don't want to send out too many ads, or you don't want to send out too many messages, because Facebook will flag you. So you want to be thoughtful in utilizing your ads and your your messaging. So for me, I've gotten, because comments is unlimited basically. So I've gotten to the point where I'm talking to so many people that I break it down like that. And he's going to just show you, his way of doing things. And I love it. So I'm about to give him host so he can share his screen.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
You see me?
I can see you.
All right. First off, like you said, when they first come on my page, they kind of get an idea of who I am, what I'm about. So looking at this, I mean, you can already tell that I'm family oriented. So that is something that I use to attract different kinds of people. And for me, um, I tend to go after women more than men, and that plays a part in why I use my family pictures as opposed to myself, because I want people to know that I'm not trying to shoot at you on no funny style type stuff. I have a
Right.
wife. This is business.
Right.
So that's why I use my kids and my wife most of the time on my profile pictures and things like that. But another thing I want to say is brand just. I'm big on branding myself. So let me show you what I mean by that. And I used to have a lot of problems with people taking my posts. So that's why I started doing these here. So with this, I use Canva to put these together. I know a lot of people ask me, how do I put these little sayings together? But I use Canva a lot to kind of brand myself, so people know that I am a business professional. So people are going to be more attracted to people who are business minded, business oriented, business on their business tip, as opposed to just people on Facebook just willy-nilly doing different businesses or side hustles, as we call them. So yeah, I like to brand myself first, and with most of the content that I have or I use, and I'm sorry, I think up most of my stuff the day before. So I always have content to put out there to my people. So it's always something fresh. It's always something from me. It's always my way of saying things. So I just put out stuff that's my that comes straight from my heart. So I think that's what attracts most people to me. And like I said before, I don't really go into the groups, and I'm not showing y'all much, but I'm explaining it. But I don't really go into groups and uh, post my stuff in there like that. I really like to pull people out. And I'm not just pulling anybody out of groups. So I do the method. I actually use the method that Fred was saying about going on their page, seeing what they're about, and then I go from there. So I actually just pull people like that. Uh, I don't have much to show, Fred,
Okay.
but
Give me back the screen share.
all right, stop.
So let me see.
Yeah.
Put my video back.
Yeah.
So I like that though. And I like how he explained that, because there's so many different ways to go about this. And you want to try all ways, right? And understanding, scanning people. We gotta get into that habit of
Mm-hmm.
moving kind of quickly, because if you're doing this form of marketing, you have to move quickly. People aren't just gonna be waiting there, like, especially if you're
Idle.
doing my
Yeah.
form of marketing, like you have to be. That's where
Moving.
the
Yeah.
discipline comes in at. You can't just post it, leave it for days, and come back and say, "Oh, here you go. Here goes the information." They done forgot all about you. You have a couple of hours for it to register. So be mindful over that. But the things that we did just show you is really all that we do in a daily basis. Like, it's really that simple. And then paid traffic is just a different cup of tea, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this form of marketing is really the first avenue and the first way that people should master, because it's free, right? And I'm gonna be honest, it took me a long time to understand a lot of this stuff, right? I've been in the game for over 7 years of learning, and I still learn till this day. And I've been in that long. So most people, they come into these industries and they may learn a little bit from the training, and then that's it. And then they're just throwing stuff up against the wall when it comes to marketing, and it's not really sticking because you're not feeding yourself, right? Like, we're feeding y'all, but you have to go out and feed yourself as well daily.
Exactly.
Daily. I didn't learn none of this stuff from just kind of like sitting back like, oh, well, hopefully, no, I had to go learn, and I continue to learn till this day. So for me,
And one thing, and I'm sorry, but one thing with you is you didn't have anybody to show you this.
no,
It took you those 7 years to get to this.
right.
So
Right.
what you've given me and what we're giving to the people is a major shortcut. I mean, we're giving it. It's like, here. It's like my post today. We can give you all the tools that we have and show you how to use them, but it's on you to do that work.
Yeah.
You have to do that work. Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, we have to interact with people. People are not going to interact with you if you are not interacting with anybody else.
Absolutely.
You have to go out. And one thing I had to realize in the beginning is I was saying all the right things to the wrong people. So I mean, I was just spinning my wheels. I wasn't getting anywhere. So once I realized that the people that I was talking to were the wrong people, I knew I had to get new people. So once my business started moving, once I started attracting new people, once I started, like Fred say, vibrating on a higher frequency, then the kind of people that I was looking for came to me. So it's all about interacting, like you say, getting these groups, and whether you're putting your stuff in the group or going in there ninja style and pulling them out and putting them in front of you. You have to put these people in front of you.
Yes.
They have to be in front of you, and you have to act on them. If they're asking you for information, for me, and I know Fred does the same thing, anytime I get into an inbox, I'm talking. I'm not, it's not a type. I need you to know that I'm a real person. Right. I'm about my business, and this is who I am. You're not talking to, and that kind of eliminates any misconstruing, any miscommunication or anything like that, because I can fully explain to you what we're doing and give you a complete understanding of the business to where you can make a logical decision as to if you want to be a part of it or not. Yeah. So that engagement, it's all about that engagement.
Absolutely. And he said a key thing, especially when you're in the inbox, and what really converts even faster is if you start to use your voice. Start to use your voice. Stop typing. It doesn't, let me tell you something. Even 7 years ago, a lot of people were wondering, how is this man converting like that? They didn't realize I was, even back then, using my voice. Yeah. I hate typing. It's just too much. And I'm talking to so many people. It's so quick. I say whatever I'm saying. Now they know, like, wait, that's a real person. Yeah.
And then they'll even stop typing themselves and talk back to you.
Exactly.
So it's even more personable. Exactly.
The connection is about to be really made. Absolutely. So we got to get into those habits. And some people may be scared at first, and that's okay. That's normal. But get used to it. Right?
Yeah, I was scared at first.
You got to get used to it. You got to get good at it. right? You're gonna, man, look, years ago, I was horrible. But as I kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and guess what? I didn't have no one to push me or, hey, Fred, try this or do, no, I was all by myself. And I love it because I'm self-made. Think about it. Literally. And that's what you want. You want independence.
Yeah.
People follow leaders.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we want to attract it as well.
That's it.
We're not looking for anybody. We're not looking for people we got to drag along. We got to call you every day, ask you what you're doing. We don't need those kind of people.
Absolutely.
So that goes back to just vibrating higher. Just be the best you can be, and you will attract the best people out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, for me, y'all, like, honestly, I've kept this because I follow other people that's in the business. They got different organizations and stuff, and they do it totally different. And I watch and I'm just like, wow, that looked like this could be a lot. You know, I want to keep this as simple as possible. And what y'all have just witnessed, that's really it. And if people, you know, are duplicating that, and please, for the leaders, for the team members that's getting people, once you put it like this, once you got 1-2 people, you're now the leader. Think about it. You're now a leader. So you want to make sure that this video is getting to them. And then this video is getting to the next generation of people and the next generation of people. It's all about duplication. And if everyone's doing the same thing, everyone should be showing some type of result. Put it like this. No one, and this is not even far-fetched, no one in a 30-day period of time should not be able to get at least one distributor or one customer in their business from using this method, as long as you're consistent with doing this at least every other day, every 3 days, or however often you need to do it to keep that traffic going. Because let me tell you something, that post that I just showed y'all, that was from last night, and it's still going. It's still going like autopilot. So the traffic is coming into me nonstop. And then I still have my regular Facebook page that I have people that's just watching me, and I've been influencing them, and those people are converting, right? So it's endless. That's why when a lot of people look at these businesses and they say, well, I don't have no one to tell. I don't have no one that's going to come. Oh, yes, you do. It's not your friends and family that's going to come and do it.
You got to find new people.
All new people. And please, I want for people to understand this too. The Facebook page that people just witnessed, that's not my regular just Facebook page. That page was built only for business. That's it. I don't use it for pleasure. I don't use it for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I want for people to understand that. I really only surround myself around business owners. Why would I, like, that's another thing I want for people to realize and understand as well, because once you start doing that, especially on the distributor side of things, those people are the people that's going to act. And guess what? Those people already have influence over other people, to where that when they hit the ground, they hit it running. So look for business-oriented people, realtors, right? People that already have businesses, mm-hmm. car dealers, people that already know sales.
They're already used to talking to people.
So let me look at that business. And please, and I want y'all to be mindful. The world is changing rapidly. Think about where we're at in this world, in this period of time. We are blessed to be able to still operate. And people are now finally starting to realize, like, wait, those little businesses online is more important than what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of the time. I was already hitting it this month at the beginning before everything even started going haywire in March. So now it's just quadrupling on itself at this point. I cannot make any of this up. wealth is being transferred. Will you be the one that is transferring into? Or will you sit on the sidelines like 80% of people and watch? Because the things that I've been teaching and telling and teaching and telling, it works. And for me, I'm gonna be honest, as I sat back and I watched, Brandon is someone that really was watching really silently. I mean, to the point that I didn't even really know that he was watching me to that point, to the point of him duplicating me without me even knowing it. And then just coming out the woodworks like boom, 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 boom. And I started saying to myself, like, okay, he got it. And I'm gonna give y'all another quick story, because the things that I'm telling y'all, I need for y'all to understand that the things that I tell people, it actually works. A couple years ago, I came across another guy similar to this story. I'm not gonna say his name. Good friend of mine still to this day. We met, he seen what I was doing, this is years ago. And he basically just was like, show me. That's all he said to me, show me. I said, I got you. Started showing him. This guy, still to this day now, always have those skills that I showed him. And now he could do any business, whatever. Still good friends. He learned so much from me. So this right here, me and Brandon's story, reminds me of just that. But I get to watch Brandon do it real time in the same business as me. And it's amazing. So I just want y'all to understand that the stuff that I'm telling y'all, it actually works. You have to be consistent though. So again, Brandon, you got anything?
For the leaders, we have to start researching actual CBD, what it does for the body, the endocannabinoid systems, the different methods of using the different tinctures and the creams. We have to familiarize ourselves with these products like wholeheartedly, because there are going to be people that come to you and you're going to need to know how to explain how it can benefit them.
Mm-hmm.
And being that you're building a team, you're going to need to be able to, your team members, the people that are directly up under you are going to need to be able to come to you and ask you these questions, and you need to have these answers.
Absolutely.
Like it's so much out there that CBD does. I mean, you can almost Google anything in CBD and it does something for it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to get into the actual benefits of CBD itself. Like I say, the endocannabinoid system. There's different methods like the Pacodi method, which is putting it in your belly button.
Mm-hmm.
My wife uses the cream on her temples for headaches. It's like different. You can use it different ways.
Right.
So we have to familiarize ourselves with these different ways so we know how to market it to the people that we're actually trying to market to.
Absolutely. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit. And that really, it goes for customers. We have to learn how to tailor the product to that customer. Some people, the relief cream may be better than taking the oil, right? Or maybe in taking it in coffee may be better, right? So learning all these different things and understanding the product, trying the product for yourself, it's important. It's a business. It's a business. And you can't sell something that you haven't really tried or utilized or whatever. Like it doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it did, but it doesn't, right? And to be real, when you are using something, the experience, the way that you market it and talk about it is different. It's different. Like for me in a sleep spray, for instance, I have a story, right, that is out this world with my son and going when he went back to school and I gave him the spray and how it just knocked him out. From that point, do y'all not know I started to just I was selling it at that point, like, oh, that stuff works. And now I have customers that utilize the spray for their children or whatever, and it works for them.
Yeah.
So it's doing things like that on how you really grow a business, really, because you want customers and you want distributors. You want a mixture of both. You want a mixture of both. So be mindful of that. It's not all about the distributors. At one point, I had way more customers. I mean, now obviously I've been, my organization is, but I have customers. And let me be honest, a lot of people will come in like that, customer to recruit. Let them be a customer. Let them utilize the product for themselves first, right? And then by default, they'll see the business. Get people like that, right? Retail, y'all. Like, it's business, especially when things go back to normal. Because right now, retail is kind of right. Everything is kind of being done from online. But when things do go back to normal, having product on hand.
So important. So important.
Even if you don't want to get all your product on hand, buy sample packs in bulk.
And we got to push those.
You got to push them. I pushed so many samples at the beginning of my journey. Now I've been running and I've been doing this thing. Like, I'm to the point where I'm just doing it, But at the beginning, to get my feet wet, I was doing sample packs. Hitting it.
And what I do once I get my product is I carry it everywhere. So if there's somebody that I'm seeing, like for instance, my brother-in-law, he had been barbecuing all day, and I had some gummies on me. So I'm seeing him walking like an old man. So I approached him. I was like, bro, go ahead and take one of these gummies, man. So I say it had to have been like maybe 2 hours later, I seen his walk start straightening up.
Mm-hmm.
So when I left, he had whispered to me, he was like, Brandon, it's working. So I was like, yeah. People like that, I mean, they become customers almost instantly because they're believers. You're showing them. It's show improving.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't deny if it's helping them instantly. And I didn't even expect for it to help them that fast, but it's working. It works.
And I do the same thing for customers. You could sell the sample pack back $20 if you want. I mean, it's like whatever, right? But the good thing is, once they get that experience, they start to buy the whole bottle.
Exactly. If you can get them to try it, they'll buy it.
That's it. And for me, that's what you want. Because if you start acquiring customers into this company, guess what happens? They just keep buying. Because the product actually works. The product works. I mean, even in my organization, look at the stories.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because people will see this months down the road. But I need for people to understand that, look at what's happening. The product, and then the system that they give us. I need for people to understand, to have all those capture pages in your back office, your corporate websites for your customers that they can go into and shop. Most companies don't give you all of that.
Not
you have
for free.
One website and that's it.
Yeah.
The system is valuable and very powerful. So let me give y'all a little hint. Even going inside of, let's just say, business, work from home type groups, and marketing the actual system to people is really effective too. Because when people know that they get their capture pages, autoresponders, and everything all made for them, that's a selling point. That is a huge selling point. Whereas those really top leaders in the industry, if they see something like that, it intrigues them. Because I know for me, when I first seen it, I said, whoa, this is crazy. Like, all I need to go do is literally go out there, create some content, get my traffic flowing, stay consistent, talk to people, build real relationships. Because please don't get it messed up. I build a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Okay. All the time. New people, old people. I'm talking to everybody. Every single day. I'm interacting every single day. It's a business. We just don't have the brick and mortar where people are walking in. That's the only difference. I'm just at home interacting with the clients that's walking through my store, my virtual store. Hi, can I help you? Hi, can I help you? No, I'm good. Okay. How can I help you? Oh, yes, you can. How do I? Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
That's it. So, Brandon, you got anything else? I'm gonna put the camera back on you.
Oh, I just want to throw this out there. I know for me, being that I do get a lot of interaction, people try to tag me and stuff and think it's just going to automatically come to my page. But no, sir. I have a request approval that I have to approve anytime that you tag me in anything. So with that, I don't want anything on my page. I don't want people to have access to be able to put anything on my page. So I always keep that request approval thing on just to keep out all the clutter. So I
Right.
just want to throw that out there.
Clean. And I'm glad you brought
Exactly.
that up too. Keep your Facebook clean as possible. I'm not saying, don't share nothing or anything. You could do all the sharing you want. If you want that on your timeline, whatever, right? But don't let people tag you and stuff and pop up on your timeline. Because eventually people want to tap into your traffic. So for me,
Exactly.
people tag me a lot, but they just don't realize that you would never get on my timeline.
It's
Ever.
not going nowhere.
It ain't happening.
Yeah.
What? So
Yeah.
just be mindful because I'm telling y'all, if you operate this like the business that it is, like you're actually sitting at headquarters or something, think about that. Understand how big of a business this actually really is at that, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of people don't really realize how big of a brand and business this actually really is. Once you get that in your mind, you're going to move like the fire is up under you because you start to realize that, wait, this is like Nike, but in the CBD industry. Top of the line.
Top notch.
Once we get that connected, it moves, you move a lot more smoother. You have to understand the company, understand the facts about the company, the documentation about the company. Then you move differently. And most people don't know yet. I can tell. You're not doing enough research. You're not feeding your brain. Because even for me, when I first came in this a year and 2 months ago, I didn't even know. I didn't know. All I knew was, first, the product worked. Second, they had a marketing system behind it. That was all I needed to know. And as I started to go, I noticed, like, wait, this is huge. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than Brandon. This is bigger than the people that's in my organization. I need for people to understand that. This is bigger than us. Once we could put our minds together and understand that one part and then implement the simple strategy, everything flows together. I promise. And we're not here to guarantee no one's income, none of that, because it's all dependent on your work ethic and what you're going to do in your 24 hours period of time. But I know for me, Brandon, and some other leaders that's on this team rocking it, they understand. But for the mass majority, I'm gonna need for y'all to watch this, rewatch it a couple of times if you have to, right? Understand the simple tactics. And if you need some help on just, because you can get creative with it. You don't necessarily need to put what I put in the groups. You could get creative, right? Think outside the box. It's all about attracting, then sorting. That's it. So, Brent, you got anything else?
Stay plugged in. Always stay plugged in, whether it's our groups, emails. Fred, I don't know if you know about the Telegram app.
I have seen a little bit on it. I'm on Telegram, but I didn't see too much. What is the company? The whole company is on there?
Yes, that's where they send out direct updates. It comes straight to my phone. No emails needed.
Okay, you got to put that in the group chat. And that's something that we just keep putting in the chat as we have grown, because newer people, it's
Yeah.
something that we need to be more, repetitive of putting that into the group so everybody can plug in. So, okay, no, that's perfect. And
I
yeah,
do a little video and show how to get to it in the back office, so you
okay,
know how. Yeah, I do a
okay,
little something.
okay.
But yeah,
And that's
we
good.
gotta stay plugged in. We gotta
Absolutely,
stay supporting each other. You need to be
absolutely.
following each other, because we are a unit. We
Yeah,
are a unit. We have to move as such.
right.
So let's start supporting each other more. If we have to put your post in the group and have everybody's to where they can see it, because we know how algorithms are and timelines are, so we may not see it as it comes across. But
Right,
if that's the case, then just put it in the group,
right.
and we'll
Whoever
support it.
can get to it, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, and just coming together, and building, because really, that's what it comes down to. Like, and once you master it and get good at it, you will find that it's organically happening.
And it's
It'll
kind of fun.
organically start happening.
It's kind
Like,
of fun, man. I
it
mean,
is.
talking to new people and getting new perspectives and all of that, for me, is fun, because I remember a time when I did not like people. I did not like associating with people. I did not like dealing with people. So right now, and the person that I've grown to be now, I love that interaction. I love being able to provide people with valuable information that they can take and use on whatever journey that they're on. So,
Absolutely.
like you said before, this could be beneficial to anybody in any organization, any business, anything. It's all about engaging, consistency, and
Working the
you get the
algorithm.
results. Yeah,
Yeah, you just
algorithm.
got
Yeah.
to work the algorithm. It's all about keeping that post at the top of everybody's timeline that goes into groups as well. People don't realize a group algorithm works the same way as your timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are commenting and liking on that post in the group or whatever, it's keeping it at the top. So as all those people are funneling into the group, they see your advertisement first.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, for me, it just keeps going. And if it slows down, I can just go in the group, put up my own comment. I comment on my own, and it'll bring it back to the
It'll
top of the
bring it
comment.
back up. Yeah.
So it's doing these things that keeps things flowing. And it's simple. It's just you got to get in a habit of doing it, right? Because most people, it comes down to breaking habits and creating new ones. Breaking bad habits, creating new ones. That's all that this is.
Unlearning and relearning.
That's it. That's
Yes,
when I
sir.
take a new person, that's all that I'm doing. I'm breaking them down, erase,
Building them
building them
back
back
up.
up to do these certain methods. If we're not doing any of this, y'all, guess what? We're not in business. You're not in business. Cut the crap. You're not. If you're showing up two, 3 times out of a week in your business, you're not in business. You're done. You're out of business. Like, especially online. Okay, people already probably don't really see you like that at first. Let alone if you're only going to do it a couple times out the week, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know. So get some type of routine. Everybody's different. Like last night, I posted that in the group at like probably 11, 12 o'clock at night. Like find any time, find when it's a great time for you, and do those tasks daily, and you're going to start to show a result. And as you start to show a result, it actually pushes you to keep going. Because what I'm gonna be honest with y'all. 7 years ago, I made money online quickly when I first found this. But that's just me. But when I made my first dollar from the internet, I went crazy. I went crazy. And I told myself, I could just keep doing that. Like that is addictive. Okay. So when you really get it going and you get into that routine of things, it becomes really fun. I'm never really, and you can ask my family, I'm never really in a slump when it comes to my business. Don't get me wrong. I have bad days. I have good days, but I'm never really at that point that I'm just like, oh my God, like, never, never, because I understand how to move it. I'm consistent with it. Look, people inboxing. Look, send that link quickly, please. That's what this person just said in my inbox. Are you kidding me?
Quickly.
Quickly. Like, I cannot. Look, implement. And as people are growing, I want to get some more leaders, to come in to do this type of setting, right? And really teach, because people in my organization and Brandon's organization is growing rapidly right now. And kudos to everyone.
Shining. They shining. They definitely shining.
Kudos. Look.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all making me look bad out here. Look. And that's crazy. So check it. Make sure that your teams is getting this information.
Yes.
Everyone. And make sure that they're watching it and implementing. And if anyone got questions, find me, Brandon. You got Mboji. It's some great leaders in this group. There's a lot of newer people in this group right now. So if you're not understanding something with this, reach out to somebody, right? But when you reach out, be mindful that you're going to get the same information that I'm just telling you on this video, because it's really that simple.
Yeah.
So Brandon, anything else before we start recording?
No, I think that's it. I think that'll be it.
All right. So let me stop recording. And don't you ain't got to leave off. I'm just going to stop recording.
Yeah.
I think you got to give me back host. Oh yeah, you got to give me back host. I can take it back. I got it. All
right.
I'm like, wait, I can't stop recording.
Yeah, it still say, hold on. I got it here. I'll stop it.
Okay.